These are my top 3 trade ideas for this week. Let's get started. First up, we have XAU USD or gold, which is actually just about to have what we call a golden cross or a death cross, which is where the 200 and the 50 moving average begin to cross on the daily time frame, indicating that we're in quite a bearish market. Now, if we look at the H4, we can see a similar thing where we are in this very bearish trend. So all we need to do is look for pullback. So I'm drawing my fib from the high to the low of this bearish leg, looking for a pullback into the fib zone, which is between the 61.8 and 50% retracement, and then a rejection to continue to the downside. So my position would look something like this with the stop loss at the Fibonacci high and then no take profit. Because gold is free falling at the moment and the fundamentals are really bearish, I'm happy to just trail my stops and let this market run. And we can see the fundamentals are bearish with the edge finder. Given the trend, the daily death cross or the golden cross, and the edge finder's data, this is a super high probability trade. Next up, we have the S&P 500, which is in a really strong bullish daily trend, and previously we bounced off our daily 50 moving average, and it looks like we might be doing a similar thing here. Now, if we go down to the H4, there isn't really too much for us to trade from, so I'd be looking to buy from the most recent support, which is down here. So if we just change this into a support, we can see we've got previous low, a little bit of resistance over here to the left, and although the H4 trend isn't super strong, the indices generally drift to the upside. The daily is super strong, and if we look at the edge finder, we are seeing a very bullish score. Now, if we put a position something like this where we go long off the support with a stop loss just below the previous low over here on the H4 time frame, we could do a similar thing with gold where we're just looking to trail stops and not necessarily have a hard take profit. And next up, we have EUR USD that's showing a similar thing as gold on the daily time frame with the moving averages. So if we take this into account and we look at the previous market structure, we can see we actually have a really nice previous level of support that is now turned resistance, and this is where prices previously rejected from. However, given the strong momentum we've had, I'd like to see a little bit of a larger retracement. So I'm drawing the fib from the high to the low, in this case, measuring this bearish leg, and I'd like to see a little bit of a higher move towards this 200 moving average into our fib zone, retesting this microstructure on the H4 where we previously saw support. So my position would look something like this, again with a stop loss at the Fibonacci high and a trailing take profit, or a trailing stop loss, should I say, and maybe looking to take profits of around 1.12 and then just let the market go. The fundamentals are really strong, so we can see on the edge finder this is getting a score of -15, which is very bearish. It's one of the worst scores I've seen on the edge finder in the past 3 to 4 years. Given the technicals and the fundamentals, this is again a very strong trade idea with a really high potential. If you want to get notified when I take these trades and follow in real time, comment join and I'll send you a link to my Discord.